Conditional logic allows you to design an entry form that reveals fields based on the value of previously populated fields. When building a form using conditional logic, you'll qualify leads and create an optimal user experience while reducing form abandonment. Here's how it works. Action widgets using conditional triggers can reveal hidden form fields based on the way previous form fields were populated. The widgets you'll need to set this up are a form container widget and field widgets to create your form. You'll also use container widgets to group fields, action widgets to create the conditional logic, and buttons widgets to allow entrants to submit the form. To set this up, start by building your form. You'll need to start with a form container and add field widgets for each field you would like to include. You'll need to hide the default submit button displayed in your form. You'll do this in the form container. Under the Advanced menu, click to hide the submit button. Now, think about how you'd like visitors to progress through your form. Any questions that will remain hidden and revealed based on a previous answer will need to be added to a separate container within the form. This is a simple form set up to collect leads for an interior design agency. I'll add this first question to its own container, which will be visible when the visitor arrives at this landing page. Selecting this response will reveal these fields asking for a phone number and a good time to call, so they'll be added to their own container. Selecting this response or this response will reveal different fields collecting an email and mailing list opt-in, so they get their own container as well. Make sure you name each container something specific. I'll name this container Question 1 since it's the first question in the form. I'll name this container Answer 1 and this container Answer 2 and 3. Next, for every separate container within your form, except for the first one, set the visibility to Starts Hidden. This will keep these fields hidden until they're triggered to be revealed. Since this first form field will be using conditional logic to display other fields, we'll need to add some action widgets to its container. In this first action widget, for the condition, I'll select the first question, select is equal to, and set the value of the condition to active, I'm currently shopping for a designer. Click Add Action. I'll select the Answer 1 container and set it to Show. I'll also add another action and set the Question 1 container to Hide. Add another action widget. Add a condition. Select the first question and is not equal to the active response. Add an action. Set the Answer 2 and 3 container to Show. Add another action, setting the Question 1 container to Hide. Before we move on, make sure to name these action widgets. I'll name this one Answer 1 and this one Answer 2 and 3. Now add one more action widget to this container. This one will be named Action Trigger since it will be the action that triggers either of the other two action widgets. Add a condition. Select the first question and set it to Is Changed. Then add an action. Set the Answer 1 action widget to trigger. Add another action. This one will set the Answer 2 and 3 action widget to trigger. Now that you have your form logic set up, you'll need to provide a way for the entrant to submit the form. Since our form has two possible outcomes, the fields in this container or this container, we'll need to add submit buttons to both containers. To add a submit button, start by adding a buttons widget. The text you would like to display on the button. I'll add submit. Then select Take Action. In the drop-down, select the form container and select Submit Form. Set up your second submit button the same way, or if you like, copy and paste the buttons widget you've already set up and then just move it into place. One last detail to check is whether or not your conditional form fields are required. If so, edit each field and, under the advanced options, set them to required if visible. To test your form, click Preview at the top. Here, your form will display as it will when it's live on the web. Make sure to test all of the possible scenarios and even submit the form.